So, we have a dilemma.
Our ETA is 3:15.
The race technically starts at 3.
Search4Hurt, brought to you by Rucksack. Move with meaning.
Just come off the Xterra. We're in the back of the car. I'm really worried about the Achilles.
All right, look, this is really something that you shouldn't be doing this straight after a race and before you're about to do another one.
Off the back of Xterra, we had another event booked at Scarborough Beach. That's a 3-hour drive from Dunsborough. So our solution was, as soon as an athlete came across the line, we'd put them in the car and get them on the way. This meant we had the team divided.
I'm not feeling ready for this race right now.
I'm pretty keen to see how they go. I'm a little bit nervous for Pete.
So we just finished the triathlon. I get in the car. I'm so sick.
We've just finished off the Xterra event about 2 hours ago. So we finished that one off.
We were cramping really bad. Now we're sitting in a car for 3 hours.
I told the guys in the car, I don't think I can do it.
It's a long drive, it's 3 hours away. I was kind of like starting to feel a little sick and obviously coming down the high of Xterra, and I was like, how am I going to back this up and do an OCR? That fear and doubt was definitely starting to set in.
So they delayed the whole event for us, specifically to get there.
All right, so we're here. We're starting the race in like 1 minute.
So we get to Scarborough and it's like a convoy entrance. So the head of the Red Dust OCR is there. They're letting us convoy down. I'd been cramping for 2 hours in the race and 3 hours sick in the car. So for 5 hours, I felt like shit.
All right, we gotta get going. Quick.
I don't even know if I can walk right now, let alone run. And it was just like, oh, well, get to the start line and see what happens.
Start line.
We literally get out of the car and run down. I can feel my legs already maybe cramping. And we just almost get to start line, probably at a 5-minute stretch, and we're off.
As soon as I try to start running, the Achilles is gone. As we go, it's starting to warm up, it's starting to feel okay.
The thought of the last race had gone, and now it's just like, okay, and you start running in the soft sand, and then all of a sudden your body goes, I don't like running in the soft sand right now.
I'm way off the podium. I haven't been on that start line. I've been holding back on the first couple of obstacles. Something inside me says, look, if you can run, if you can pass people, run and pass people. So I start running, I start passing people, I start moving up through the field.
I'm not trying to go 100% because I don't want to cramp, like very simply.
Time to erase all the memories of misery and pain. I'm no longer the one you knew.
And there's a part of the race where it's almost like a 4 or 5K, almost a run. And really oddly, I actually started to feel a lot better during the run. And that was probably about halfway down where I'm like, I might actually step on the gas a bit here. It's like, we're here for Search4Hurt, like, come on.
It was just a matter of focusing on, Sammy's not here, so you're not really competing, you're more surviving to get to the end.
Unfortunately, I didn't make the start line for the OCR, so I wasn't able to compete.
How's the body feeling after Xterra?
Not too bad. My calf is a bit tight. My right knee, obviously, is a bit tight. But all in all, I'm actually pretty stoked that I was able to get through and feel as good as I did.
The event itself was spectacular. Like, it's crazy that they'd set the obstacles up on the beach. Was very surprised to see Danzy, like obviously after his Achilles and his injury, and I was surprised.
Once we came up onto the concrete, it doesn't want to do this. It's got tape on it. It's just, I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
It was probably about halfway where I started to pick up the pace because I started feeling good again, and I could actually see Lockie. So So I started like kind of catching him, and when you're feeling good, like anything, you feel good. So if I'm not cramping, body's feeling okay, let's go.
Little tip, easy on the ups, hard on the downs. Never walk a downhill. Always 2 steps at a time. Just so we can catch up.
Yeah, I nearly got him towards the end, but he held on. He doesn't miss obstacles. he's a weapon with that.
There's nothing overly challenging in the obstacles until we come to, I guess, the last set of monkey bars. About a month before, like the same shoulder injury that had been giving me grief doing any swimming, I did that shoulder injury doing monkey bars. I was doing a race where I swung and I just slipped, but I dropped my shoulder, and that's what's pulled my shoulder a little bit out of the joint and started to lead into this bursitis. I'm coming into the monkey bars and I want to do it, but I don't want to do it. I jump up, I do the first couple, and it's like, you know what, let's just drop down. Let's just take the burpee penalty here.
Nah, shoulder no good, should have got that.
I left up there feeling a little bit flat, not just physically, but also where I was on the scoreboard, because I love competition and I want to do well. Obviously, I'm here to, try to do as best as I can. It's like anything, you want to do well, and I didn't like that at all. And I really wanted to kind of pull myself out of it.
Nobody's harder than me, I'm a breaker of chains, I'm living it free. Just what I said and not what you see. Nobody keeping it up like me. I want it right now, that's a vow. When I gotta get it, the victory's mine. You trying to compete, it's wasting time.
I normally would have got that. The shoulder just went on that, went overreach.
I think I failed. I know it probably sounds a little bit arrogant saying that I chose to fail, but I think I could probably get through that normally, but I didn't want to aggravate anything that was already aggravated.
Every time I started running, my body was just going, stop running, my mind's going, just get to the finish line. So it was such a tough slog. Like running along that soft sand was horrible. I knew as soon as that pinging goes in your body, when your body's starting to go through that shutdown mode, like you've just got to back off. You literally have to back right off. So like I was walking so much of that race, like it just took me so long to get through it.
Oh man, I'm actually amped. I'm so glad I did that. That was epic.
I definitely wasn't going as hard as I could at the start. I was definitely holding back a little bit, just not thinking I was going to run, and then just got carried away and started running and pushing it, and but yeah, no, it was good. A lot of fun. What a location, eh?
I heard you guys in the car on the way here. You were both not good. So you've pulled up amazing by the looks.
I'll be honest with you, I actually didn't think I was going to do this even 40 minutes out from the event. So I'm very happy that I did it. I would have been killing myself if I didn't go in and do it. So I'm very excited.
Explain to us.
With the running on the sand, like real bad. So I just tried to keep moving. I had to walk. I just didn't have anything in the tank today.
I don't think many of these guys ran a triathlon this morning, Laura.
No.
Obviously it's disappointing, like I wanted to try and give it a go, and it's something new for me, like OCRs I've never done before, and to be on the amazing beach of Scarborough, it would have been incredible, but I was grateful that I still made it to see the rest of the team finish, and my God, like after having done an Xterra, they still looked strong, they dominated, so it was good to be able to see them finish.
I'll tell you what, if you're going to have an ice bath, this is a good view.
Yeah, it feels good. The hips and the legs aren't cramping right now, so that's a bonus.
The house has been done. City of Sterling.
Go.
Hey mate, how was your weekend?
Hectic. It's still going. I only just dropped the guys off at the airport to get the red eye home. So while we were here, we got asked by Turf Games to do their event.
What the hell is Turf Games?
But it's next weekend.
Oh God. What? Only a week turnaround.
So they've got a couple of days rest and then they're into the turf games.
Achilles is really flaring up. Shoulders there, but it's not crazy bad. The Achilles is what's starting to give me a little bit of concern.
Hopefully that doesn't affect him going into turf games too much.
Every event up to this point I'd never done. This is much more what I'm used to.
That's his to lose because that's, you know, being an F45 strong bugger, I think that's probably more in his wheelhouse than Danzy's.
Yeah.
Lockie's a weapon and I can't let him beat me at any more events, to be honest.
Yeah, so they're all tied up at 4 apiece.
Mate, that's tight. Did you expect it to be that close?
I knew that Pete would dominate the swim. Sammy got Laura on 2 of the 3 modalities for the powerlifting. And Pete's strong, so there was no real surprises with Pete sweeping. He wasn't 100%. And I did catch him talking about how there's something wrong. He was going to see the doctors when he got back.
So it turns out I had Cyclospora. As you can see, Cyclospora, little bastard there. It's a really bad parasite that I would have picked up in Bali about 3 weeks prior.
Mate, get some rest and I'll see you back in Sydney for the turf games.
All right, see you, bro.
We are here at the Sydney International Convention Centre for turf games. Let's go check it out.
Walking into turf games and seeing some of the other athletes, they looked mighty strong and mighty fast. I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit nervous, but I always feel a little bit nervous before every event. So, just gotta see what happens.
So rocking up to that event and just all that atmosphere, it becomes a bit overwhelming. But my focus was just to have a bit of team talk.
So Turf Games was a team event. So now it's us versus everyone else. Personally, I love team fitness events. I love them. They're amazing. They're fun, they're high energy. Like, this is my jam. This is what I love.
Our athletes are behind me warming up for the turf games here. They're going to tackle 4 separate events. The first one's going to be an engine work, it's all cardio based. Then they're going to do some heavy lifts, an AMRAP, and then a sprint style finish.
And so in my head, knowing it's a team event, knowing there's different elements to it, I kind of just want to know what our plan is. Sammy had family there and Pete had some mates there, so they were off, you know, enjoying that part of it. And I was just like, guys, we need to get together and we need to talk about the game plan.
We tried to have a little bit of a strategy.
Right, guys, we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to do this.
There was a few cooks in the kitchen. You know, everyone's got their own ideas. I'm going to start. I'm going to try and go 150. If it feels too hard, I'll sub you in. We made do, and I was really happy with how the team performed. We can rely on each other and sub out if we have to. It's a fun thing. It's a team event. It's a fun thing.
Being a team event, you don't want to let people down, but I think there are parts that I'm probably going to be a little bit not at my best.
Trying to have some fun today. We won't kill ourselves on this one. I may have done some serious damage last week. I haven't been able to run all week.
Oh, we're on. Shit, we're on. Bye. Get out of my face.
In 15 seconds, Team Search4Hurt's going to tackle workout number 1, engine. Let's go.
Event 1 was good. We came out of the gates hot. The vibe was high, energy was high.
So this workout, they have to row 1.5 Ks on the row and the ski. At 500 metres, 2 athletes go for a run. At 1.5 Ks, all 4 go for a run.
First event, engine. This is something which is in our wheelhouse, and we had a strategy on who does what machines.
Pete and I would do most of the skiing and rowing, and the girls would do the extra run.
We were going to push the runs and try to get back the machines as fast as possible and then just keep going again. Started off really well. As soon as we hit that run, I was expecting Lockie to be with me because, you know, he can run with me any day of the week.
Pete and Sammy taking off. Laura heading back again.
My heel was aching. I wasn't able to run very well.
He wasn't even near me. I was probably 50 metres ahead of him, and I was looking back over my shoulder. That was the first time where I knew something wasn't right. So I got back to the machines first. I'm looking around, wondering where to start. That was the first time the strategy actually got thrown up a little bit. And when he came back, I had to check with him, like, are you okay? And he says, yeah, it's fine.
It felt a bit disjointed for me from the team aspect. We'd competed against each other and been thrown in together, but that real connection you need for an event like that wasn't there.
Danzy on the ski now.
35, Lockie.
We didn't really have a conversation around how that would play out, and on the run section, we kind of just, when we had to run as a team, Lockie kind of went, just run, and he was far behind.
We're all, I guess you would call us more cardio athletes as opposed to strength athletes based on what we've been doing. So event number 1 should have been our strong point. I think my running was a little bit slower than I would have liked, and then misjudging our calories, our target meters, probably cost us a little bit of time as well.
The team managed to get onto the leaderboard after the engine work, but that definitely leaned into their strengths. Let's see how they go with the lifting.
With lifting, we had a small window to kind of get our best lift.
So my max squat, I actually didn't even hit it on the day. My quads weren't playing the game, and I did push. I'm sure you got that on camera.
I lifted heavier than I thought. My dad was standing right in front of me. Emma and my auntie were on the side of me, and you know that they're there, you're trying to block them out, but I think just, you can hear their voices.
How do you think she's going here, Hank? Just kicking off.
I was happy with how it went. I felt I could have done more technique work, but because the events are so close together, I didn't get my hands on barbells as much as I could have.
Dad, give away, you don't lift. You're wearing hockers for lifting. You don't wear hockers for lifting.
I'm a bit bummed I didn't get those last couple of split jerks. Just dodgy shoulder, dodgy Achilles, sort of is what it is.
Setting up for the last event out here. This is the last chance for our guys to get some points on the board.
2, 1, let's go! Gotta keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't none of that. Going till there ain't. Gotta keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't none of that. Going till.
Down, up, gotta stay together, Sammy. Down, up. Down, up. That's it.
We kicked off and things just started to fall apart.
I do think we stuffed the strategy up.
I could feel my legs. My legs were cramping, but yeah, I guess you just got to kind of get back into it. But you could see that everyone was starting to kind of get a little bit broken. Poor Danzy was very fatigued, trying to do those rope climbs.
There are certain times in events where you just need to take a step back and allow other people to take over. And I knew that he was struggling way more than he should be. He can do it, no dramas, but something was going on. I could tell he's got the shoulder and the Achilles.
And he's jumped up the rope and he's hit the rope with his foot and he's just missed it. And he spent ages trying to regather. And so one thing I learned about Lachlan Danzy in that moment was when things don't go well and start really unraveling, like he beat himself up.
For me, this is the event that I should excel at. It's got heavy ball lifts. I've got heavy balls at home that I lift. It's got rope climbs and it's got dumbbell work. It's something which I should go pretty well at. It wasn't to be. I don't know what happened. I was fluffing around on the rope. I lost a bit of time. I probably wasn't as quick and as efficient as I would have liked to have been on that third and fourth workout.
Definitely. I felt like that turf games really clearly showed what Search4Hurt was about, because it was we were thrown in. We weren't necessarily a team, but we had to be a team. And with a team event, you know, you've got to have different elements and preparation if you're going to get the very best result you can. So there was so many cracks that showed in that event. But also, I mean, a week before, we just did 3 events in 24 hours. And so people were sore, they were fatigued, they weren't at their top. So it was tough. It was really, really tough. And I mean, I think the film crew and producers were loving it because we were broken, you know, we were a bit cranky. And we were hurting, and that's what the show's about, Searching for Hurt.